Hello, and welcome to Point and Drink Adventure, a podcast where we talk about the drinks and the media that we're consuming. I'm Pam.
I'm Michelle.
Hello. How are you doing, Michelle?
I'm good. How was your holiday?
Amazing. It was so good. Yes, I went to Belize and Guatemala for 9 days, and it was so much fun, and I did so many things, and yeah, it was awesome.
Yay! Yes, I saw the pictures. They looked absolutely amazing. And you even got a little color, a little tan, maybe. Yeah.
I did. Yes, I don't. It looks like it's like gone now, but I did. I did have a tan when I came back. I feel like I can just feel it peeling away. Yeah.
Excellent. And now, right now we're technically between Christmas and New Year's, but next week we'll be going to Magfest, and we'll see if this gets released before Magfest. I'm gonna try. Fingers crossed. If not, then whatever. You might have seen us at Magfest if you're going, but cool. If not, whatever.
Yeah. If not, say hello.
Yeah. I'm Pam's bodyguard. Nice. You can come say hello through me.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Don't approach me directly, please.
Through me.
So, what are we drinking today?
What are we drinking? So it is the season, and I feel like the season, for me, bubbly is a year-round a thing, and you have to be drinking bubbly all year round. But since this is technically the season for bubbly, so we're right before New Year's, and as well as Christmas, we are drinking sparkling wine. Yay!
Yes, we are.
Pink sparkling wine.
Sparkling wine. Should I point at it so you can get a good...
Oh, you have to point. I have to drink. Point and drink. Yep. There's our screen shot. Our wines are a little bit different because logistics, whatever. But they're both sparkling wines, so technically not champagne. We did a champagne episode for my other podcast we did, but high level, champagne only comes from Champagne, so that's why I will not call these champagne, because champagne is a region. Yours is Cremant de Bourgogne. Ooh, that sounds so fancy, doesn't it? Bourgogne.
It does sound. Yes.
And mine is Cremant de Limoux. So, Bourgogne. Yes. You have to show labels. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
No, Cremant de Limoux.
I like your bottle.
Yeah, it's fun. So the biggest not difference, the biggest similarity between ours is both of ours say Cremant on it. So Cremant is a word that only a couple areas outside in France can use, and that means they're using method traditionnel, which is the champagne method, so secondary fermentation in bottle, so the expensive way. So things like Prosecco are not done in secondary fermentation in bottle. They're due adding the yeast in big tanks. So the bubble's not as fine and as precise. If you look at this, can you see it? Tiny little bubbles and lots of them.
I can see, yes.
Yeah. Beautiful tiny bubbles.
Yes. I think the ones that are sticking to the glass on mine are bigger, but the ones inside are just little teeny ones.
I love tiny bubbles. So those are probably I like this kind of wine more so than Prosecco. Prosecco I'll make mimosas with, but this I feel like that's even as a Cremant, because they're not expensive. 20-ish bucks for both of ours, a deal compared to champagne. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so most for yours, it's mostly Pinot Noir, but some Gamay is used in the wine. Mine is mostly Pinot Noir, but also has a little bit of Chardonnay and Chenin Blanc in it as well. So you can have different varietals depending on the region and such. So,
and is yours from Burgundy as well?
No, mine's from Limoux, which is north, south, east, west, southwest France. I have to think of it.
I do that too. I do that. Yeah.
I'm wait, I do that with video game. When I play a video game map, they're go west. I'm going like this on the screen, I'm giving it the Holy Cross. Bless you, sir. But yeah, Lemieux is a region that is actually pretty known for their sparkling wine. They say, because myths be all over the place, that Dom Perignon, the actual guy, is from Lemieux and made his first sparkling wine in Lemieux, but that's to be like that's like a fable. That's not really confirmed. Right. You know what I mean? Like tall tale. Yeah. So, yeah.
Interesting.
So nose. I have to do. I'm sorry. I just started drinking. I'm like,
yeah. So I mean, it's fine. I mean, I don't get a lot on the nose. Like,
neither do I.
Not much. But
yeah, not much of a nose. Mine's also very cold. When they're warmer, they're a little bit more bouquet-y.
It's good. It's very dry. Also kind of crisp, a little bit nutty almost, but also sort of like fruit forward.
Mine, I got a lot of citrusy, kind of tart cherry, like super tart cherry note to it. Like, you know those little cherries that are like bright red? Like that kind of cherry.
Right.
The bubble's very nice though. Like that's what I kind of like about these is like you're not going to get champagne from these bottles. I mean, they're made in the champagne method, but you're not going to get those amazing flavor profiles and in-depth notes that you get out of champagne. Like this is good, but it's not as intense as champagne. But the bubbles are still beautiful, and it's nice and a nice moussey feel in your mouth. And yeah, for $20.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just like a very pleasant drinking experience. It's not like too much of anything. Really, it's just, just very nice, sort of easy to drink, would go well with, a bag of chips or like a charcuterie plate or something like that.
It's actually, like chips, anything salty like that, like French fries and champagne, the fucking best. Like that's classically a perfect pairing. Like chips or French fries, anything fried with bubbly is perfect. Also sushi. Sushi is really good with champagne.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I love sushi. Now I'm going to want to order DoorDash. Great.
That's what I have a tendency to do after drinking a little bit.
Pam and her late night
in the morning.
Yeah. But yeah, so you like yours? You're going to drink it again?
I will. I bought 2 bottles when I got this one, so I will definitely drink it again.
See, that's the way to do it. You got to buy 2. Because you buy 1, well, that is it, especially if you know you're going to like it. I mean, for you not to like this wine, that's going to be just like, no.
Yeah, not going to happen. No,
you're going to like this. So yeah.
Oh, I hate this sparkling wine. Gross.
Oh, no. I hate pink bubbly. Oh, my God.
Yeah, not going to happen.
No. But yeah. So that's what we're drinking. I'm probably going to keep refilling. You know what I really hate about these kind of glasses, though? Like, I love them for drinking champagne. I feel like I have to constantly refill it.
Yeah, they feel smaller than they should be.
Yeah. I'm just like I don't want to get down there. I want it to be
no. Yeah, you want to have a nice full glass working on it.
And then I'm like halfway through the bottle, I'm like, where did it go?
Happens.
But okay, so we have been opposites these past couple weeks in terms of our consumption of media. I have watched way too much crap. You have played way more games. And so, yeah. Let's get started.
Yeah, so this first segment is going to be mostly Michelle.
Yeah.
So what have you been watching?
Okay, so I've been on a huge Mel Brooks kick lately, and I love Mel Brooks overall. Some of my favorite movies of all time of his, like Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, Robin Hood, Men in Tights, Spaceballs, just to name a few that I absolutely love his. But surprisingly enough, I had not seen High Anxiety, and I had not seen in a really long time History of the World Part 1. So I'll just clump Mel Brooks together as 2 into this one. So I watched both of those recently.
I haven't seen either of those.
No? They're not, to be honest, they're not his best. I mean, Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, even the producers are like S tier. This is more High Anxiety. I would put more A or B tier. History of the World Part 1, because there's this one section of it where it's the Inquisition. What a show. The Inquisition.
What a show. The Inquisition. Here we go. We know you're wishing that we'd go away.
That I'll put in more A plus tier because of just that one segment talking about the Inquisition. But overall, they're not his best, but the man is so fucking funny. And Madeline Kahn,
she's the best.
Oh my
I love her.
God, she is. I mean, I will watch her in anything. In History of the World Part 1, she plays Queen Nympho. And she's married to the emperor or whatever, and she's just like going through all the soldiers like with their pants are all down. She's like, yes, no, yes, no. Like, who's gonna be at this party tonight for her? I was like, oh my God.
Wait a minute!
Amazing.
I fucking love her. And then in High Anxiety, she wears like this like jumper suit. I'm gonna put a clip of it, obviously, but it's like this jumper suit. It's just got her character's initials, like Louis Vuitton, all over it. She's fucking fabulous. Such a fox.
Yeah. What is the concept of High Anxiety?
Oh yeah, I should talk about what the actual movie is about, shouldn't I? Instead of just talking about Madeline Kahn. So High Anxiety is about a psychiatrist, Mel Brooks, who has his one like biggest fear is heights, but he's like a really famous psychiatrist, and he's going to California. I believe I was somewhere in California in order to take over this psychiatry hospital. And one of the patients' dad is Madeline Kahn's father, and she comes into the situation and is like, oh my God, you have to help me. And then, you know, his anxieties hit the fan, and has to go to this conference in order to like speak about things, and it's just Mel Brooks slapstickery to the nine. So helping Madeline Kahn because she's a hottie, and then going to this conference is pretty much the story of it.
Okay.
And then History of the World Part 1 is sort of like this. I mean, all of Mel Brooks' films is pretty much satirical, but it's like little vignettes of periods of time in history. And it's just part 1, so it's not only up to, I forget what the last segment was. It was like sometime in the medieval times. So not too recent, but they go through like Rome, or, you know, they did a parody on 2001 Space Odyssey with the monkeys throwing the thing in the air. And then ancient Rome, which is a longer bit, the Spanish Inquisition, and something else I'm totally blanking on, but it's fine. But there's just like little vignettes of like bits of history in it. So they're fun. They're not the best. Young Frankenstein is the best, I think. So
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Do you like Mel Brooks films besides?
I do. I like all the ones that I've seen. I mean, what have I seen? I've seen Young Frankenstein, which I really liked. I just watched Blazing Saddles for the first time like earlier this year, and I really liked it. Robin Hood Men in Tights was probably the first movie I ever saw from him. Spaceballs I wasn't a huge fan of, but I did like everything else that I've seen from him. And I think he also did Dracula Dead and Loving It. That actually might have been one of the first. Yeah.
Yes, that was the one. I think one of the last movies he did with Leslie Nielsen. Because he sort of, you know, got old. He's still alive, though. Like, he's still trucking. Good for him.
That's good. Yeah. We gotta take a break at some point.
I mean, yeah. When you've done enough in your life, it's time to take a break.
Yeah. Have a little rest.
What have you been watching?
So, like you said, I haven't been watching a whole lot since I went away for a while, and I was just sort of busy over Christmas and stuff. But on the plane ride home from Belize, which was incidentally after my flight got delayed by 6 hours, so I spent 6 hours in the Belize airport, got on the plane, thankfully there was like in-flight entertainment, and I was just like, okay, what should I watch? And I saw Broad City, which I've heard great things about, but I'd never seen myself. It's a show by Alana Glazer and Abby Jacobson. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. League of Their Own chick, right?
Yeah, the one from League of Their Own. And they're like, they've been friends for a long time, so this is sort of a, based on their own friendship about two young, like 20-something women living in New York and sort of their friendship together. And it was amazing, like hilarious. It goes through just all of their hijinks. Like Alana is very like out there and very confident and kind of wacky, and then Abby is a little more neurotic and a little more like reserved and things, but just like their great friendship, all the pot they smoke and all of their different hijinks and the men they meet and the women they meet, and just like a really, really hilarious. I ended up watching the entire 5 seasons basically within the week after coming back from vacation. Like I just blew through it. It was so funny and so good. So yeah, high recommend from me.
Oh, high recommend. Fantastic. Ooh, someday we're gonna like decide we're gonna watch these two things at the same time so that we can both. Because I want out. Because now I'm like, I should watch this.
You should watch it. I'll watch it again. Whatever.
Yeah. After we watch this next season of Drag, we're like, we'll just watch Broad City. Let's go.
Yeah. Or League of Their Own.
Or like other things I have on my list to watch, and I just watch these freaking movies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Good.
So what else have you been watching? Music
so a
things.
friend of mine shared, now we're going into music land, because I went into a kick as well with like music movies. And so a friend of mine shared the Talking Heads movie, Stop Making Sense, which is from 1984. It's pretty much a concert movie. So there's no like, it's not like a musical or anything. It's just a concert recorded over 3 nights, and they cut together bits and pieces. Like they're all wearing the same outfit, so it's not like a weird cutting or anything, but the same concert 3 nights in a row. And yeah, just a great concert movie. Like I've seen concert movies before, like for example, The Song Remains the Same by like Led Zeppelin and such, of course, without all the weird like
inserts
of
the dream inserts, like
randomness. This doesn't have that. This is just the concert, but like the way it was cut, and I was very surprised learning about it afterwards that the director is Jonathan Demme, who directed Silence of the Lambs later on.
Yeah. All right.
I was like, wait, what? That same guy? Okay. So I've actually watched this. I watched it on YouTube, and I've put it on, like after my initial first watch, I watched it in the background or had it on TV at least 3 more times that week, just in the background, because it was so good and the music is so amazing. Like, do you like the Talking Heads?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, it's amazing. There's a lot of like famous memes from this, like David Byrne comes out in this huge suit and just starts dancing weird and such. Like it's hilarious, and he does this like dancey thing. He's such a freaking character. It's so good. But one of the also surprising things from it is, I'll play you a clip of it later too. So there's the bassist and the drummer of the Talking Heads, they're married, and they also had their own little side project called the Tom Tom Club, where they did this song called Genius of Love. And this song has been sampled so many fucking times, it's not even funny. Like Mariah Carey's Fantasy is sampled from it, so did it.
Oh, okay.
Like
I'm quite familiar with Mariah Carey.
Yes.
If not the Talking Heads. Yeah.
But that song, like, I didn't realize that was a sample from these two, and they play that play that song in this concert. I was like, wait, I know all the words to this song. I don't even know what this is. It's like, oh my God. It was just very surprising. Really good, great concert, very strange. Everybody is so into it. Like, side little like looks like the guitarist gives to like some other guy over here. It's like, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Highly recommend. It's on YouTube, and a good version of it is on YouTube. So
oh, that's good.
frickin' watch it. Frickin' if you like the Talking Heads, which I'll get you to like the Talking Heads. Pam. I said ham. Pam.
Ham. That's me, ham.
So yeah, it was great. Just great.
Yeah. What other music things have you done?
So this has a tie into my vinyl. So I went vinyl shopping and I got Quadrophenia, which is this little vinyl, which is by The Who. And this is a sort of like their rock album. So it tells, like, the entire album tells a story of 1965, the mods versus the rockers in England. So these are actually like two groups of societies of, like, you know, teenager societies. The mods were like into more modern pop music. They drove little Vespa scooters, wore little suit and ties. The rockers, like 1950s kind of rock and roll, wore leather jackets, had little motorcycles, you know, that kind of thing.
Like the greasers and the Socs or socks or whatever they're called from. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly like that. I had no idea this was an actual thing.
Okay.
I was like, wait, is this real? Yeah, apparently so. So it's about this guy who was a mod, and his, like, sort of struggles being a teenager, and his parents, like, kicking him out of the house, having this struggle. Like, one of his childhood friends growing up is a rocker now. He, like, went to the military, came back, he's a rocker. And one of his idols, who Sting is also in this movie before he got really famous. So
was it before he was in Dune?
Before he was in Dune.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, this is 1979. So this is, like, right after the Police's first album came out. So when this movie was released, like, this was recorded, like, during that time. So this is, like, right when he was starting to get big. And so, yeah, really young, like, hot Sting. And he plays a jackass who's, like, the cool guy who's got the great style. And of course. And so it's really just about the struggles of the society and being a young British dude in 1965 with The Who. But what I was most surprised at, it's not a musical. Like, there's only bits and pieces of Who music playing. Yeah. It gets more towards the music towards the end, like start like having the soundtrack incorporated into it, but it's not like them breaking out into song or even having a lot of the Who music in it. So it's just the story from the album onto the screen versus the music telling what the story is, which you'll get from the album. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I get you.
You're like, maybe? I don't know. So it's not a musical because the guys don't break out in a song and there's no songs, like, really playing in the background except little hints of Who here and there. But that's it. Okay. So it's like a regular movie. I was like, this isn't a musical? What am I getting myself into? Why isn't this a musical? Okay. But it's great.
Interesting.
I loved it. High recommend. Awesome. The main character is a fucking asshole, but you know what? That's okay. This is also a great album. I didn't realize how many great songs are on it. Like Love Reign Over Me, which great. So, yeah. My two music movies. What else have you been watching? I'm meaning to watch this, so I'm excited.
Okay. So before I get to that, something I totally forgot, but also related. While I was on the plane home, again, before I started Broad City, I watched Addams Family Values, which I've seen before, like many, many years ago, but I wanted to watch it, and I wanted to watch the sequel specifically, because I remember really liking the sequel, like, even more than the first movie. It's just got so many great people in it, like, besides, you know, all of the Addamses, who are amazing, Angelica Houston, Raul Julia, Christina Ricci. Like, it's got Joan Cusack, who is amazing in this, as someone who marries Uncle Fester. Who the camp counselors, Christine Baranski and Peter McNichol, are so good. Nathan Lane is in this. Carol Kane is the grandmother. Like, such a good cast. And it's just such a good, well done movie. Like, everything about it is amazing.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's so good. I agree. I think the second one is better than the first. And maybe it's my nostalgia in me, but I'm like, I could watch this movie 1,000 times. I freaking love it. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so good. It's just as good as I remember it. So after watching that, I decided I would start the new Netflix series Wednesday, which is just all about Wednesday Addams. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's weird to take a character like Wednesday Addams, whose whole thing is like, you know, being pretty gothy and into death and everything, but you then, to make her a main character is very difficult, because the setting they put her in is into this school for weirdos. That's not what they call them, but it's a school for weirdos. So there's vampires and sirens and like werewolves. So she's like in the outcast school, but they're still trying to make her like an extra outcast just because of her general demeanor. And while I think that Jenna Ortega does a good job with it, I don't think the writing is very good. Like, the writing is definitely old men writing this gothy teenager in a very Hot Topic kind of way. Yeah, I don't think it's good. There's like a bit of a love triangle with two dudes who are like blank pieces of paper. They're just like not interesting at all. Like, there's a few cute moments in it, and in particular Thing, like the hand, is super well done. But anytime anyone actually has to talk, it's like, no, not a fan. I don't like this that much. So I only watched like maybe 3 episodes or so, and then I kind of just bounced off of it because it just wasn't doing anything for me.
You mean, did you get to the, because I swear it's been all over the fucking
The
internet.
dance? I haven't gotten to the dance.
Then
I've seen it because it's all over the internet, and I've seen 7,000 other people doing the dance, but I haven't seen it in the actual show.
Oh. Then that's probably the only best part, because it's all over the fucking internet. You've already seen it anyway, so.
Just the whole concept is so weird. I mean, right from the beginning, it starts off and they send her to this school, and she's got like this real vendetta against Morticia. She's like, I'm not like you. I don't want to be like you. And it's like, what? Where did this come from? Why is this a feature? Like, this has never been a part of the Addamses' story where, I mean, I know she's a teenager. Maybe she's gotten extra angsty, but like, she just seems to be like, ooh, mother, you're a hot housewife whose husband worships the ground you walk on. Gross. I don't want to be like you. Like, I don't know.
Honey, wait 5 years. I know it's all you'll fucking want.
So yeah, the whole concept just was kind of strange, and yeah, the show didn't really work for me at all.
Great. That means I won't watch it, because I'm like, should I watch it? I'm like, if Pam didn't want, no, I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah.
So.
Not a fan. It's cool that Christina Ricci is in it.
Oh, okay.
But
that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, good. At first, like, real hard no recommend. Nope, no dice. Awesome.
No dice.
See, I already have to refill this thing. Like, we're just... The struggle is real.
Yep. Have you watched anything else?
Oh, God, yes. Okay, here we go. So... during Christmas Day, one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, even though it's technically not a Christmas movie, is Ben-Hur, the original one with Charlton Heston, because it's got historical, biblical stuff into it, and I know, just very strange. Very strange. So Christmas Day, there's like, on the Turner Classic Movie Channel, there's no freaking Christmas movies at all, or at least religious-based ones, and I'm not religious at all. Like, even the slightest bit, but something about these kind of swords and sandals movies. I know, me and Dylan on our own little world here with these freaking movies. So I decided,
you guys want to watch these movies? No, not really.
No, nobody wants to watch it with us. It's fine. So I decided I'm going to watch a random movie called The Black Robe, which is not, again, Christmassy at frickin' all, besides half of it's in the frickin' snow.
Okay.
And it's about a Jesuit priest. And so what this movie is, it's from 1991. It's about a Jesuit priest in the 1600s-ish. Mm-hmm. And he's in Canada, so yay, Canada. And he's French, and a French Jesuit priest in Quebec. And he is tasked with converting the native people into religion, into being Christians. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that what Jesuits are? I have no idea. But yeah.
Oh, I assume so.
It's like another
I don't know what the difference is between various denominations.
Yeah, me either. But it's fine. I know they're very extreme. The Jesuit priests.
Oh, are they Catholic?
Specific. Yeah, I think it's
Catholic. Okay.
Yeah, another thing of Catholicism.
Oh, okay.
I think. You're looking up, so I'm gonna trust. So this priest going out into the wilderness, like the dark, dank wilderness of Canada in Quebec during the 1600s, and it gets so dark.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's not a happy movie. Why I watched this on Christmas, I don't know. But you know what? It had religion in it, and that just ticked off my box. So
I watched the Muppets Christmas Carol on Christmas. I
love
go
the
for
Muppet
it.
Christmas press. I love the Muppet Christmas Carol. Best soundtrack, I think, or one of the best Christmas movies of all time. Where I went with this one, I have no idea. But it's a very dark, depressing movie. It's very well done, very well shot, very, very good portrayals, I think, of the landscape and of the time period. You know, just how it's pretty much, it's about this Jesuit priest and first contact with the indigenous people of the land. So that conflict, that kind of lack of communication, or there is some communication because French language has been incorporated into there for at least 20 years or something like that. So some people do speak French, and they are trying to speak like Algonquin and such. So it's a very interesting, dark, depressing movie that really don't be in a good mood when you go into this.
All right, well that's good. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. But I thought it was a great movie. I really did. So yeah, I watched The Black Robe on Christmas. My holiday. This is my holiday sweater. So
that's very cute. I haven't worn any of my holiday sweaters. I have a couple of them, a Star Wars one and a PlayStation one, I think, but I have not worn them. Also, right now it's too hot for even this sweater I'm wearing, so. It's 8 degrees outside right now.
Is that warm?
Yeah. Above 0 is very warm in December.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
So,
today
yeah.
was pretty warm here where I'm at, so I'm just like, but my apartment's all like concrete, so I'm still freaking freezing my ass off, so it's fine. My only other movie I watched, because I will plug it, because I've seen this movie a billion times, and it's fine, but I will plug it because it's one of my favorite movies of all time is Blade Runner. And Blade Runner is amazing. Everybody should watch Blade Runner. If you don't like Blade Runner, then I think you should not listen to me ever again.
You're banned from the podcast.
I'm banned. Or you're banned.
No, they're banned.
They're
not
banned.
you.
Sorry. Not me. Because I freaking
it
love
wouldn't be a
this
very
movie.
good podcast. It was just me. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you could still do it without me. But I love Blade Runner. Obsessively love Blade Runner. It's one of my favorite movies. I rewatched it with a friend recently, and I was like, it's just freaking amazing. So I just have to plug that because I did watch it, and I've seen it a billion times. It's the perfect movie. The atmosphere, the replicants, the story, Harrison freaking Ford, So just plugging Blade Runner because I love it, and it's one of my favorite movies. And yeah, that's it.
All right. In case anyone didn't know about Blade Runner, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Pam's played it recently on stream as well, the game. So
Oh, the video game, yes.
Same,
It's
you know,
true.
that was like before. Is it during the same time as the movie or like right after? I forgot.
I think it's around the same time as the movie, yeah.
Mm.
Sort of like a side story in the same universe.
And anybody who thinks Blade Runner is boring, just deal breaker, man.
Stop watching Marvel movies.
Yes.
Reset your brain.
Yes. All right. So now we're going to get into the part where Pam talks about more things than me because Pam's played a lot more video games. What is your first video game?
So, again, another thing. When I went on my trip, I brought my Switch with me just because I was going to be in the airport. I had a 4-hour flight and a 4.5-hour flight. So I brought my Switch and I got all kinds of games. I got the new Mario Rabbids. I got something else. Diary of a Teenage Exocolonist. And I also bought Slay the Spire, even though I already had it on Xbox, but I was like, I'd more likely play this on Switch. And the only game I played for more than 5 minutes was Slay the Spire, which I had played before, and I'd be like, yeah, this is good, and I kind of got tired of it. But then, basically the whole plane ride there, I played Slay the Spire, which is this deck-building sort of roguelike game. You go through this dungeon as one of 3 classes. I think there's actually a 4th, but I haven't opened it up yet. And you just build your deck, and you go and you choose, like, okay, a combat encounter, a mystery encounter, a shop, and you go through and you try to get as far as you can. And it just, like, sucked me in this time, even more than it did last time. And it was just the perfect travel plane game. So I played it on the plane. I even played it a couple times while I was actually in Belize after I had had a little too much sun one day, and I was like, I'm not going to leave my room tonight and drink because I'm so tired and my body hurts. So I just sat there and played Slay the Spire for a couple hours one night, and it was really fun. For some reason, the first time I played it, I found this sort of base, like, sword and board character really boring, but I didn't find that this time. It seemed more interesting, and I still like the character whose name I forget, but he gets these various orbs, and so it's like, gets really mathy, and it's like, okay, well, this orb is going to do this, and this orb's going to do this, and this is, so you have to, like, figure out exactly what's going to happen at the end of a turn. But I really liked playing Slay the Spire, and my opinion of it has only improved after this recent trip.
That's good. Yeah, I've heard good things about Slay the Spire, especially the whole deck building thing. I've never really gotten to deck builders before, or maybe I have. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should try. I should do a lot of things. But so the Mario and Rabbids one, just hard pass, not even like after 5 minutes?
I didn't have the attention span on the airplane to do it. I mean, first of all, I don't like playing handheld games. Like, it's just generally a turnoff for me. So, like, a card game is fine. Like, I can do that. Whereas when a game where, like, it starts off and you have to, like, run around and find things, and then you finally go into a tactics battle, and I was like, this is too much. The text is too small. I don't want to do this. So yeah, that was my main problem. I think it'll be a good game, like, if I actually sit down on my TV and play it. But yeah, handheld, I was just like, meh, I can't pay attention to this. And I wasn't really using my headphones or anything. Like, I had the sound off because I was just, like, listening to people around me. So, like, I think it'll be a good game. I wasn't in that headspace.
Yeah. I definitely feel that when I'm in handheld mode. You really got to just be, like, simple. Even when I, like, traveled to Canada, I played, like, was it like Chef Brigade, which I played, like, a bunch of times before, because I know that game and it's something I can do it without the headphones and just be like, meh, what?
Exactly.
Was my gate called?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing that requires too much inputs or precision or anything. Just a game that you can, like, play and then, like, sit down on your lap and look around for 10 minutes and be like, oh yeah, I'm still playing you. And it's like, you know.
Yeah, good. Someday I'll get Slay the Spire. Someday. Who should go next? You or me? I can't decide. I'll go. Because we'll talk about Portal. We'll just go. Portal 2! Finished Portal 2 co-op. You had played this recently, co-op as well.
I just finished it co-op not too long ago, yeah.
So did you play single player before playing co-op before?
I don't think I've actually played the single player. I've only played the co-op, but it's a completely different game, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. That all the puzzles are completely different, which makes sense because co-op feels like, you have to add that extra element to it. Like there's a couple puzzles in there where you have to do timing of things. Like you push the thing, I run over there, push the thing, then you jump, like, that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Would I be able to do this by myself? Abso-freaking-lutely not.
All right.
My little brain cannot handle some of these puzzles. Like, me and Briz sitting there going, what do we do? For like 5 minutes until it like clicks in your head. Well, what if we do this, and you just try to jump and grab it from me? I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's try.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So tons of freaking fun though. I freaking loved it. It was it's such a nice change from all the FPS games we usually play together.
Yes.
It's just like, so fun, so quirky, like the computer telling you, I can see blue is really doing a lot more better. Not more better, you know what I mean? They're doing much more than orange. You really gotta stop slacking, or things like that. Just like stop, pull your head out of your ass. Is really
just constantly trying to pit you against each other, but sometimes just very vague. And it's like, oh, I see one of you performed much better than the other. Like,
I wonder who that was. And I'm like, it was me. It was me. I suck. So freaking good though. I freaking loved it. So much so it like tempts me to do the single player, but then I realize I don't want to do the single player because it's me. But it was great. If you have a friend, you should play Portal 2 and start shooting portals into the walls and figuring this stuff out. How developers thought this up and the whole jumping through the thing, and even some of like the visuals of it, like you can see yourself like walking through a portal, but you can see yourself over here like going like in your previous space. It's like, that's fucking cool.
It's so cool. And I love it when you go sort of outside the levels and you see sort of like the behind the scenes things and you have to solve puzzles there.
So good.
It's so good. I wish they'd make more Portal games. Valve, stop with the VR. Make another Portal.
I'm very surprised that they only have the 2. I mean, well, they have like, I've seen like on Game Pass,
bridge
like
constructor or something.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. Make me Portal 3.
No.
Make me a co-op and single player Portal 3 of whole new puzzles and all this stuff and happy campers all day. Like, come on. It's like iconic at this point. Like the cake. I never even played Portal 1 and I know that the cake is not real meme.
It's a lie.
A lie. Cake is a lie bit because it's so iconic. Like, come on. They're like freaking, what is it? Who makes the pachinko things now? Capcom. Konami. They're like freaking Konami and just like, I'm just going to make money off doing this other bullshit instead of doing what's actually fucking interesting.
We've got Steam now. We don't need to do anything else.
Yeah. Fuck that. Pull your head out of your asses. That's my soapbox.
You feel very strongly about this.
I do. Weird. That's the one thing I'm passionate about. That's fine.
The one thing.
Well, there are many things. What game have you been playing?
So, I also started playing Grime, which is a game that actually came out last year. It was even on my honorable mentions on my best of the year. But the problem was it only came out on PC, and I don't want to play Metroidvanias on PC. So I was like, I played a few hours, I streamed a little bit of it, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait for it to come out on a console. And then it came out on a console. I got a code from the developers or their media agency, and it was just before I went away. I started replaying it, and I really, really like it. so many Metroidvanias call themselves Souls-like, but this is actually Souls-like. It's got, like, the same sort of UI, the same sort of control schemes, like the items you can use, the leveling up, the different weapon loadouts you can try, and it's very sort of, like, precision heavy in terms of boss fights, especially. You play this character who's like this perfectly sculpted stone man, but his head is a black hole, and he can absorb the other creatures. So sometimes, so rather than a parry, a character will attack you and you will like absorb part of it, and you use it to like get stronger and give yourself XP to get more stats and things. And it's a really cool concept. It's beautiful to look at. Like, I absolutely love the art style and the color palette of it. And I was playing it for a while. I was planning to do a review on it, and then I got stuck at a boss fight, and like I'm real stuck. I think I might have to go and level up more, which is not something I would usually do in a game, but like I really like the game and I want to see more, but this boss fight is just kicking my ass and I don't see myself succeeding currently.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Which doesn't happen very often, so
wow. For you to say that? Holy shit.
So it's really good. Like, I really like the game, but I'm also just like feel like I've just hit a wall. So yeah, I haven't gone back to it since probably for a couple weeks now. I've just been like demoralized, but I will go back to it eventually.
But so there's a leveling up system, so you can go out and okay,
so I can go.
That's
and,
good.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't know, some Metroids you don't really level up, you just acquire more items or something, and then you're just really stuck, like you just gotta get good, or you know,
exactly.
I'm not good.
Yeah, so yeah, stuck right now. Will play more. Do still think it's a very good game, but just stuck.
You know, that's okay. It's okay to be a little stuck. Every time you talk about like Metroidvania, not every time, but I just think back on my life when I was playing through Hollow Knight, and then I look at other people's like play times of Hollow Knight and like the 20 hours they completed it. I'm like, I've completed it in like 46 hours.
That's fine.
And I didn't 100% it because Michelle's real bad. And so if you're
it's hard
stuck,
to 100% it. No, 100%ing Hollow Knight takes a while. Like, I didn't do it my first time. I didn't get over 100% until my, like, actually, it was probably my third time because I quit the first time.
You've played that game 3 times?
Well, the first time I played it for a few hours and I got stressed out about how the map works and how until you find the map maker, you don't see anything. And I was like, I don't like this. I quit. And then I went back to it and I was like, oh, actually, this is pretty awesome. And I just like finished the game. And then I went back another time and I like did a whole bunch of stuff and got like 104% or something. But yeah. Hollow Knight's so good.
It really is. When Silk Song comes out, our lives are over. I mean, if it ever comes out. If
it ever comes out, yeah.
If. Yeah. What's the other game you're playing? I mean, there's several other on these things, but.
So another one I started is called The Case of the Golden Idol. And it's, I guess I would call it a detective game. It's pixelated art. Honestly, the art style is kind of off-putting. Like, it's a little, like, everyone looks kind of weird and, you know, like, it's not like, oh, look at this pretty art. It's like, oh, look at this. You look good. Like, you know, that kind of, I mean, it's purposeful, but you have to solve a bunch of murders. But you just go and you just see a scene. So I think the very first one shows a man sort of like falling off a cliff. And then there's another man, and then there's some things, and so there's little like twinkly bits, so you can look at the man falling off a cliff and you find like a note in his pocket. And the note will have keywords in a different color, and you can click on them, and it will sort of like add them to your word bank. So you examine everything there is in the scene, you add all the words, and then you go into investigation mode, and it opens up a page where it shows the portrait of each character in the scene, and you have to use the words or the names to be like, okay, well, this character is this person, and this character is this person. And then there's like a story, and it's like, so-and-so made a deal with so-and-so, but one of them betrayed the other and wanted more of the profit, so so-and-so stabbed him with a blank or blanked him with a blank, and he died. So you have to like fill in all the words in order to solve what actually happened here, like the story of the murder. And as they go, they just get more and more complex with more and more characters and more rooms to check out and investigate. And it's just really cool. Like, it's very sort of open-ended. It doesn't hold your hand. It's kind of like a big logic puzzle in terms of just figuring out who everyone is and what their relation is and like what's the story and who made this dead body dead. So it's pretty cool. I do like it. I haven't finished it yet, but it's really good so far. Yeah.
Cool. That sounds like fun. Like, it's very much a Pam thing, the mystery driven and like the yes. Pam likes a good mystery.
I do like a good mystery. Like the closest thing I could compare it to is the Return of the Oberdin, because it was that same sort of like logic-y murder mystery solving game.
When you get back streaming, are you going to stream it? Because you've been traveling, so we don't have to stream.
I haven't thought about it. I feel like it would be easier to stream the beginning of the game than where I am now, where everything is quite difficult. I haven't even thought about streaming. Man, maybe I should do that one day.
The holidays, it's fine. It's fine. Who cares?
I've been enjoying my little break. I did just make a video, but I've been enjoying not being online.
Yeah, it's nice every once in a while, to take a break, have a vacation.
I've never taken a break in 7 years of YouTube, so this was nice to just not put out a video for a month.
Absolutely, love it. Love it.
So what else? Have you more?
It's the last one, so thank God it's the last one, because the last time we're talking about this fucking series.
You're done? You're done with it?
We're fucking done with Halo.
Right.
Woo! Played Halo Infinite. Was the last until they make a new Halo, which I'm sure I'll probably play with my little buddies. Like, whatever. Because God knows, buddies. God knows I will not play this single player. Oh, God.
Oh, no. No.
Fuck no. But, so, played Halo Infinite.
Which one is that?
So that's
Where does that lie in the series?
The most recent one released.
Oh, so is that like 5?
6 or
6?
5?
Okay.
5? 6? Why do I not know this?
Why wouldn't they just put a number on it?
Because it's infinite at this point, and then the next one will be like quadruplent. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, really? It's like the Xbox coming out with like Xbox S and 360 and 1, and then it's like, why? When PlayStation was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why would you not do that? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Not that I am a proponent for PlayStation, but the one thing PlayStation did right was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You beat Microsoft and Nintendo in this zone.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Hands down, beat them in the naming convention. Halo does not win in the naming convention. No. I don't remember if it's 5 or 6, but it's the most recent Halo. And still not my favorite. I think Halo 3 still reigns supreme in Michelle's heart in terms of like best gameplay, best music. This game, really what's the driver for me for this series is how much of the music is incorporated into the game. And because the music is great. All the shoot is fine. All the shoot is good. The story, it gets real ridiculous on Halo 4 and 5 and this. I have no idea. This one is more open world. So you start off in the game with Master Chief. He dies. And And then he's picked up by some dude on a like little shuttlecraft. And then they're on another Halo, because apparently we've got lots of Halos. There's not just one Halo. There's a billion of them that we have to go destroy. And so he's on this like little ship with his happy little dude, who's the voice acting for a couple of the people. Like, of course, Cortana is great. Master Chief, he's just as emo-y as ever. But I really enjoyed the voice acting for the side character whose name escapes me, because they don't actually say his name till the very end. Of course, I don't remember it. Name of guy here. And I thought he was very good. But one of the biggest differences for this game was the addition of the grapple hook. And that just kind of made it more ridiculous, because you just grapple hook onto everything as you just go along.
Ah, okay.
It's just me grapple hooking onto everything to make myself go faster. Even though it's probably not making you go faster, I'm going faster. And the story, as ridiculous as the previous ones, I have no mother truckin' idea what's really going on at all. And this is more open world Halo. So to me, it felt more like Far Cry than anything else. And I'm not a huge fan of that kind of game. Like, we played Dying Light, which I feel like has that same kind of mechanics to it, where you just go capture a base, so you have your little hub, make sure you secure the area, and then you can do side quests and stuff in that area, and then go capture another base outside of the main storyline. So so you could do a lot of stuff outside of the main storyline to make it cushion for the pushin', but in reality,
okay, that's one way to put it. Yeah, all right.
But in reality, like, we blew through the game, the main storyline for the game, and I was like, cool, I guess we're done. Do we just go get some more stuff like now?
No more stuff.
No.
Once those credits roll,
I'm out. No.
Hit and quit it. No.
Yeah. So it just felt too Far Cry and Dying Light in that sense. And I'm just like, I'm good. Halo 3. So played them all at this point, besides the ending of Halo 2, because it crapped out on us, but I beat it. I don't fucking care. Halo 3 is still the best. So yeah, we can finally be done with this. I'm done. Woo!
Done. Woo! Halo defeated.
I did it. Yay. Your turn. I'm excited for you to hear about this game, because I actually started up this game and got stuck instantly. So
Oh no. I feel like I'm really shiny and maybe sweaty. Sorry.
I'm always sweaty. I've got like 2 lights on me right now. I turned off my heat. I'm wearing a fucking sweater.
I'm warm and really shiny. Can I go powder my forehead?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Can I powder my forehead? Yes, you can.
I also might put on a t-shirt. Another wardrobe change.
Wardrobe change. Click. That was fast. I was like expecting pop. Well, of course, you're really fast at doing makeup, and you're like walk out and you're like fully. I'm like, Jesus Christ! I barely put on eyeliner. God. Anywho, where were we? Oh, that's right. You're going to talk about your next
Yes. Signalis.
Yay.
So, Signalis is this very cool game that looks like a PlayStation 1 era survival horror. And a couple weeks ago, I started playing it with my friend Mel, just like passing the controller back and forth. And don't ask me to explain the story, because I don't know. I don't know what the story is. You're a replicant, so you're like an android, and you crash land on this planet, and you're looking for your gestalt, which is basically like your human companion, commander, whatever. But it's not so much about the story as it is about just sort of like the vibes of the game. You go through this station you're on first, finding little like notes and letters. You find that all of the other replicants have kind of gone rogue. They've killed all the humans. They will attack you on sight. And you get a bunch of inventory, including varying guns, of which have very little ammo that you can use. So you have to learn to sort of be quiet, because if you run, it'll attract attention. Whereas if you're quiet, you can sort of like sneak by the enemies and things. Did you not know that? Yeah, okay, that's probably part of your problem. And and it's very much, it's kind of like a combo of Resident Evil and Silent Hill. So it's sort of Resident Evil kind of combat. You can turn on tank controls if you're some kind of masochist. I did not. I had just regular controls, but you know, it's slow. So you pull out your gun and then you sort of like shuffle step along. So you can't, move and shoot quickly. And also aiming, can take a little while. So a lot of the time I was just trying to avoid combat. But you pick up inventory, you've got limited inventory, and you solve various puzzles in the game, like sort of like various survival horror type puzzles, some of which are just like find a key, some are like use your inbound radio thing to do the right frequencies, but also things just like change up. So you'll be going in one place and then all of a sudden it's like boom, all of a sudden you're in a first person game and you're walking along a beach and it's like, well, how did I get here? So it's all got this very sort of like dream-like atmosphere where you don't really know what's real or what timeline, what order anything is happening in. And I really liked it. I finished it on my own over a couple days, I guess around before Christmas, but it was very cool.
So you're much smarter than me, Pam, because I was in like the first area. I'm like, how the fuck do I do this? Like, you have like the puzzle thing you have to find. Like, I'm sure you have to find a card that gives you the code and the thing. Yeah. I'm looking through all the rooms. I'm like, where's this fucking card? I'm just losing my mind. It was like 30 minutes. But yeah, tank control option? No, thank you.
Why?
No.
Why? No. Like, no tank controls ever. Never tank controls. I mean, I guess it's cool that they put it in as an option, but I'm glad it was not,
required.
Yeah.
That's probably what stressed me out about the old Resident Evil game the most was not being able to go around a corner and seeing what's around the corner because you're just like, look, a tanky.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this has those sort of fixed camera angles, although it doesn't really change. It's not like you walk down a hall and then it switches angles. It's sort of like always kind of like a slightly overhead position, other than when it occasionally changes to first person or something. But it was.
I did like the atmosphere though. When I was my hot second of playing it, because I was like, this is literally me. I need to play something that's Pam played. At least like looked at. I need to at least look at something Pam's played, because I looked at your list and I was like, oh fuck, okay. Well, this is on Game Pass. I'll download this and just play it for a hot second and see what this is about. And yeah, I think like the art style and the atmosphere, my jam. Replicants, Blade Runner, my jam. Just, but oh my God, I got in there and I was like, oh fuck. I have to use my brain.
But it was
good.
I really liked it. So.
Yeah.
It might appear in the video sometime.
Ooh, spoiler. Love it.
So what else did you play? I actually played this a little bit too. Just like
did you?
A little bit.
Oh, this is not a Pam game. I can imagine this is not a Pam game. Yeah. I played this probably for a couple hours and I've already like dropped off of it pretty hard. So I played Potion Craft Alchemist Simulator because it was on Game Pass. And I was like, cool. I like potions.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. So you play as this person who in a shop in a little town. It's kind of anonymous, like because you don't really know who you are, but you have a potion in a little town and you're just supposed to make potions for all these people who come into your shop. You collect herbs from your garden. You can explore this map. So it kind of reminds me, so when you're exploring this map, it kind of reminds me of like a sphere grid, sort of. Like you just take different ingredients that have different paths. So like, I don't know, like Terraria one goes like straight down. So if I wanted to go straight down from where I started from, I do like 2 Terrarias and like some other herb to get down to here to a potion icon on the map. And the closer I get to the center, the stronger the potion is. So you kind of have to strategize it to be like, all right, if I do 1 Terraria down and 1 life leaf to go this way and here, and then I take one other thing, go here, I can get as close to the center as mother trucking possible to get a level 3 potion. And that'll be a stronger potion that gives me more money to sell to these douchebags in this town that are just constantly interrogating my shop for more things for me to make.
More things. I need more things.
I need a potion because my husband is impotent. Like literally, I think that was one.
Poison my husband better and make it. I need to
steal things. Like literally, some of them are like, I need to steal things. How do I make the guards not notice me? I'm like, okay.
Can I be prosecuted for this?
One of them was because I found a libido potion, and one of them was like, my husband is not really liking me. I'm like, oh, really, my dear? So it's a very simple game. It's definitely intended for PC, I think.
That was my number one observation, because actually that is 90% of what made me bounce off, because I was like, the translation to gamepad controls, not so good.
No.
Not so good.
Not so good at all. I mean, there was at one point, so what you do is you have your like menu system here on the right, and then you have your map in the middle and your potion ingredients or your like your things you create the potions with on the bottom of the screen. Again, screenshots. Boop, 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 boop. So you take your ingredient, you put it into your little mortar and pestle. I put one ingredient into the mortar and pestle, and then I tried to put it into the pot. I literally threw it.
Yes.
And it just like went to the opposite side of the screen, and I could not pick it up. It still sits there at the bottom of my screen.
Just taunting you forever.
Yes. It's sitting there right now on my game just going, you missed, bitch. And I cannot get it. It won't let me. I don't understand. So it's definitely not optimized for console very well at all. I'm sure it's very much fine for the PC, but for the console,
Yeah.
The gameplay is also very basic. Like, I take the potion, put it in the motor pestle, and I go boop, 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 and I go boop, 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 on my little, like, controller thing, move it into the thing, stir the potion with my control pad. Like, it's not very good.
It seemed, again, like, I didn't play very much at all, but it seems very mechanical. Like, there's not a whole lot of like narrative reason to be doing this. Like, your customers aren't really that interesting. Like, it just seems sort of like a bunch of rote tasks to do.
Yes.
While leveling up.
Yeah, literally just tasks. And you have a task book in order to level up. So you can have chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it goes up to like 9 maybe. I think I got to like chapter 4, and that there's like checkpoints, like, oh, make this kind of potion, or make a potion with a customized logo on it, or something, like things to make you progress and level up in the game. But there's no time limit in terms of how much potion, or like, you know, a customer comes up and is like, yo, I want a freezing potion. You can take your sweet ass time or use all your ingredients to look around the entire rest of the map while this customer just sits there going, what?
Yeah.
So there's no like urgency at all, which is fine, I guess, because that's the kind of game it's going. But there's no urgency. There's zero story besides your customer walking in saying, my husband doesn't want to have sex. So it's like, okay, lady.
Yeah.
That's literally it. So I dropped off of it pretty quickly in terms of a couple hours, because I do like the post. What really gets me, and what probably gets me mostly, is it kind of, the map feels like a sphere grid. Like in Final Fantasy X. That's what it most, like, it sucked me kind of in. I was like, I want to look at that map, part of the map. You know, like, discovering the map was the most exciting part. Everything else, nah.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
no.
Yeah, I feel better that you feel the same because I hopped off it so quickly. But yeah, that's sort of the impression I got pretty much immediately.
Yeah. There's literally zero story to it. Zero. And you gotta have a little story to this. I mean, come on. Just a little.
And I think there's been other games fairly similar to this where you're making potions or you're like a witch and you got a little store, and I think they are probably more interesting than this one is.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, not a fan. I mean, I was a fan enough to play it to get some map, and then when I got the map, like the immediate area, I was like, oh, this is it?
Yeah, sometimes you see that simulator tag and it's like, oh, yeah, this is very much a simulator. And it's, you just need a little more than that.
A little more.
Yeah.
I also need the controls to be better.
Yes.
So I don't throw off one.
Oh, I was always throwing things random directions. And nothing ever got lost forever, but it was just like, pew, pew, pew. It's like, oh, man, okay. Yeah.
Woo! What's your last game?
Last game, surprise Goaty, not quite, but Marvel's Midnight Suns. Very new release, created by Firaxis, makers of the new XCOM games, which are like literally in my top 3 games of all time, depending on what day it is. So I don't really give a shit about Marvel. Like, I've seen a bunch of the movies because they're just in the zeitgeist, but I don't actually care about comic book characters. But
Same.
This game just hits all my buttons correctly. Like, it just, you start off and you're just kind of this nameless new character, whatever, it doesn't matter. But then there's all these Marvel characters, some of which I'm familiar with, some of which I've never heard of before. And you have to go and defeat your mother, Lilith. And I don't know if she's like Lilith, like from the Bible, or just like a general Marvel Lilith. I don't know. I don't know about comic book shit. But so you have this base of operations. So you do all the base building stuff. Like, you have your own room, and you can upgrade it, and you can decorate your room, and you can make friends with all your companions, and you can go and do little tasks and increase your friendship. But maybe they need your help, and maybe you respond wrong, and maybe that decreases your friendship. And then you go and you like upgrade things, and you research things, and you get like other people to talk to each other, and you have a dog, and you pet it. But then you go into the combat, and it's like a tactical combat, but it's a card-based tactical combat. So it's like a deck builder, but then you use your deck and you have to strategize like how to kill all the enemies on screen. So there's lots of enemies, like generally multiple waves of enemies as you go. And unlike XCOM, it's not like you have your whole squad and you move and you move and you move and then you engage. It's 100% engagement. But you've got your small enemies who you really only need to damage once, and they just die. They just get one shot no matter what. And then you've got your elite enemies who actually have a health bar, and you need to worry about how much damage you're doing. But you like position yourself, and you can like certain attacks like knock one enemy into another, or you can make a portal and like send an enemy through a portal into another enemy, and you like gain up heroism points. And again, everything that you're doing in your base with making friends with people is making them stronger and upgrading their cards and their decks. And it's all just like, yes, I love this.
Give me more.
Yes. I haven't finished it. I've probably at this point put like 20 hours in it since I bought it just before Christmas. But it's like immediate. I was like, I love this game. Like, this is one of the best games of the year. I don't want to stop playing it. And my internet was out the other day, and I was like, oh my god, I can't play my games without my internet. But it's so good, and it's amazing, because again, I'm like, Marvel, nah. But it's like, I love it. I love everything about this game.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard about this game, and hearing you say about this, I'm like, the fuck is going on? It's XCOM, but just Marvel? Like, I would never consider a Marvel game. Even like Guardians of the Galaxy thing that was released recently, I'm like, fuck no, I'm good.
I liked the Guardians of the Galaxy game, but this is way better. Way better gameplay-wise. Like, I feel like the writing was better in that game, but just like in terms of moment-to-moment playing, I was just like, yes, I love this.
One more turn, one more thing. I'd love it when you feel that in a game. You're just like, no, just one more,
One more mission. It's fine. One more day-night cycle. It's okay. Something new happening? Well, I'm gonna have to do at least one more. Come on.
Yeah. I love that feeling in a game. Oh my god. It's 1 in the morning. One more.
Come on.
It's fine. Oh,
you don't need to sleep. You can have a nap during the afternoon. It's okay.
Exactly. Wait. So on
everyone
Xbox?
at your work is on vacation. Yeah, Xbox.
Okay.
It's like one of the, I don't know how many. I might have bought very few day one full price games this year. Maybe that's the only one. It was $90 frickin' before tax.
Oh Lord! Fucking Marvel.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Did I play? No, there must have been something. Oh, Elden Ring. Okay. L2.
To be fair, you didn't buy it day one for Elden Ring, though. You waited until we were all like balls to the wall in. I mean, but it was
still only like 3 weeks in, so it was still, full
that's
price
true.
And everything.
But it still wasn't like day one ish, like within the 1 week, because you were like,
yeah,
and I was like, yeah, I need Pam's help in this, so please come.
Yeah. But it's really good. I really, really like it, and I can't wait to play more.
Yay! I can't wait to hear the ending of this. Yay. And that you spent 50 hours just doing every single fucking thing.
I'm sure it'll be like 60 to 80 hours. It'll be something stupid. It'll be something where usually I would be like, 80 hours, scoff. I'm not playing that, but no, I'm going to play it. I'm going to do it.
So that's the best kind of game. When you don't even feel like it's been that long, and then you get to that point and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. That's the good stuff there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So good.
All right. So that's...
So good.
That's all the games. I have no pickups to show off, but I hear you do.
Oh my god, I've got a lot of pickups. So Michelle went to... talking to myself in the third person. I went to, so it was Christmas, and I went to the my favorite vinyl shop, the ice cream vinyl shop that sells ice cream and has amazing vinyls. Their inventory was a little low this time because it's the holidays. They're only open on Saturdays and Sundays. This place is like an hour away from me. So hard rock stuff. I'll go through it fast. Phil Collins.
Phil Collins, nice.
In the Air Tonight.
Yeah.
I'm such on a Genesis, Phil Collins, and Peter Gabriel kick. Like, I have to have all of them at this point now.
Yeah.
It's so good. So, Phil Collins, In the Air, Face Value, which has In the Air Tonight on soundtrack 1. Freaking amazing. The Doors, LA Woman, which is classic. The Doors. Freaking amazing.
Love The Doors.
Love The Doors. Is the label as sexy? No, but that's fine.
No, this is a pretty bad cover.
It's pretty bad.
Not a good cover.
It's not.
The font is not good. The picture's not that good. Like,
no, it's not great. But we go from this into the ultimate sexy of frickin' David Bowie and Diamond Dogs. There we go. That's the man we love. Frickin' Diamond Dogs, which is amazing. I mean, Bowie, you beautiful bitch. Like, God.
Oh, Bowie is amazing, yes.
Frickin' Bowie. So I also got Best of Cream, which I just loved this cover art.
That's okay. I've never seen that. That's good. I like that.
It's really fun, like with all the vegetables and such. So it's like, oh, and it's really good as well. Like the compilation.
Also, I like Cream, yeah.
I love Cream.
Did they do Sunshine of My Love?
Yes, they did do Sunshine of Your Love, and that's on this one. That's the first fucking track. Go me. But I hear Eric Clapton is problematic, but you know what?
Is he? I didn't even know. I feel like literally every 70s rock star is problematic in some way.
Probably because they're all boomer and old and douchebaggy, but you know.
Also, they all slept with teenagers, so. But you know, you just have to.
Yeah.
Separate your steps.
Yeah. But this is a great album cover.
Yeah. It's amazing. I love this.
Great. Love it. Love it. Also got Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. So with Young, Deja Vu, which again, not a great album cover because we're an old-timey picture, but this is a great album.
I like this better. The font is better. The picture's better. The sepia tone. You know, I like this. I like this. Also, I like CSNY, so it's good.
Yes. Great. Got cut my hair. Happened just the other day. I swear I'm gonna get every single one of their albums, but
have you ever done the whole Wizard of Oz?
No, I haven't. I should.
I've never done that either. Let's do that.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's get real high and do that.
That won't take much for me. And then for Christmas, Elden Ring. Okay, so I've literally played probably only the top disc, and which is
honestly all you need is the title music because it hits so hard. Like it doesn't need to hit so hard, but it does. It's just amazing. Yeah,
it's so good. The title song.
Oh, it's pretty too. It looks like kind of like a what are they called? Rorschach. Yeah.
It's so pretty, and the title music. My biggest complaint: the title music isn't like 8 minutes long.
Oh, isn't it? Oh,
no, it's like 2. Oh, it's a minute and 40 seconds. I'm like, dudes, they need to make this
loop it. Just one side is just looping that.
Yeah, for 8 minutes at least. Yeah. Come on, dudes. So Elden Ring, great. Fucking yes. I mean, the first track, because we don't remember the rest of it. It's fine.
No, I don't.
It really wasn't a great sound. I mean, I don't even feel like Souls games have I mean, you played a lot more Souls games than I have, but like they don't have a lot of memorable music. It's just more atmospheric, you know?
I feel that way. Like boss fights occasionally, I mean, generally have the more memorable, but just like the sort of moment-to-moment gameplay is that's how I feel. Yeah, like there's so many Souls soundtracks, and one of them, actually I think it's Demon Souls, has this beautiful cover art, but at the same time I've never played Demon Souls, and also I feel like if I were to listen to it I'd be like
yeah. I feel about that way about most of my vinyls at this point, because the collection just keeps growing, and I'm just like, that's okay. But I have nostalgia for it, so I'm just gonna keep buying it. I don't fucking care. And if somebody is selling vinyls at Magfest next week, you bet your ass I'm gonna be buying it.
I mean, I might pick up a vinyl or two at Magfest. We'll see. We'll see what's there.
We'll see what's being sold, because we'll do one hot lap around the floor and then just go straight back to the hot tub. So.
Yep. One lap of the floor, one lap of the arcade.
We're good. Go back to the house we've rented. Pam and I have rented a house, and so we're hot tubbing it pretty much the whole fucking week.
Yep. Right on the Potomac, baby.
Yep. We are spoiling ourselves, and we don't give a fuck. Too much information for podcast? Maybe. Who cares? Whatever.
Maybe.
Anywho. Whatever.
You can tell our wine bottles are almost empty.
Right? I mean, mine is like, you can tell. Yeah. We always start, I feel like I start awkward at the beginning of the podcast. By the end, I'm like, give a fuck. We're fine.
Yep, exactly. So is that it for this? This has gone long. I thought it was like, we don't have that much to talk about because I haven't watched anything and you haven't played anything. But no, this is, I think, might be our longest episode, depending on how long that wardrobe change took for you to cut out.
That'll cut off like, what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, not very much. Not very much at all. But thank you, everyone, for listening or watching. If you would like to talk to us, you can email us questions or comments at pointanddrinkadventure@gmail.com, or just leave us a comment on the YouTube video. We do read them all.
Yes, we do read them, even though we might not respond to them because we're snarky bitches and we don't give a fuck sometimes, but it's fine. really hype it up here, people.
Sure, tell the truth. Whatever. It's fine.
I mean, we're going to be honest. Like, we're not going to be like, oh my God, I'll respond to everything. Like, no, I won't.
No, we mostly just do this for ourselves. But we appreciate that you watch.
Abso-freaking-lutely. And if you don't appreciate that, then, yeah. But if you like what you heard here, go to other people at the polymedianetwork.com who probably appreciate this a lot more. Not that we don't appreciate, but I'm just saying. We're a little nutty. Polymedianetwork.com for more fun podcasts that are, you know, not as drunk, but there is Drunk Friend. Apparently they drink, but not as drunk as we do.
Not as drunk as us. No. We're the real drunk friends.
We really are. But drink well, my friends. Yay. Drink bubbly wine.
drink some bubbly. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Pointing, drinking.